Good morning. In this session, I would like to talk on feeding. See, the purpose and key points of feeding of silkworms are as follows. Number one, to satisfy the appetite of the silkworms. To satisfy the appetite. Then, to promote eating and digestion by the silkworms. Eating and promotion of digestion of leaves by the larvae. To keep the quality of leaves good during eating, to keep rearing beds clean, and fifth one, to avoid wastage of mulberry leaves and labor. See, these are the 5 important points, 5 important purposes of feeding the silkworm larvae. Generally, the early age silkworms eat leaves from the surface, while late age silkworms feeds from the edges. So, early age worms bare surface matra scrape ಮಾಡಿದಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ feed ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. But during later ages, they eat from edge of the mulberry leaves. At the beginning of each age, the worms have a great appetite. In the beginning of any age, ಯಾವುದೇ ಏಜ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಸಹ beginning ಅಲ್ಲಿ appetite is very high, very great. This appetite falls off very rapidly in the early part of the age and then goes on gradually increasing till close to the end of the age, when it again declines as the worms reach the molting stage. So, in other words, this appetite increases in the beginning of age, then immediately it falls, but later again it goes gradually increases till the end of the age. Again it declines, completely falls down just before molting, that is pre-molting stage. Next point is selection of mulberry leaves for young age silkworms. See, the mulberry leaves for young age silkworms must be soft and rich in water content, protein, carbohydrate, etc. Because as you all know, silkworm larval stage can be divided into 5 stages or 5 instars. First 3 instars are considered as growing stage, and last instars are considered as producers. So for growth purpose, the silkworms need all biomolecules including water content. So it should be carbohydrate rich, it should be water rich, of course protein is also very important. For harvesting, for plucking the correct leaves for young age rearing, the largest glassy leaf method is adopted. See, largest glassy leaf method is adopted. The largest glassy leaf is the one light green in color, and glossy being the largest among the first few leaves on the top of the shoot. ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮಲ್ಬರಿ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ಈ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾಸಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್, ವೆರಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಗ್ಲಾಸಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋನ್ ಶೂಟ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಕೂಪಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಟಾಪ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೀಫ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟಿಪ್. It is shown in the next slide. From the one below the largest glassy leaf, 5 or 6 leaves for first instar, 6 to 7 for second, and 7 to 8 leaves for third instar are used in young age or chalky silkworm rearing. See, in this picture, say this is the top region of the shoot. When you scoop this region, one will be the largest glossy leaf, that is nothing but the labeled as A, the first glossy leaf, and from here you can count the number for selection of leaf for young age silkworms. That is number 1 labeled as number 1 for first instar, number 2 for second instar, number 3 for third instar silkworms. Okay. Mulberry leaves for early age silkworms are to be harvested in the cool time of the day. That is, during early morning or in the late evening, and should be preserved in a cool and wet condition in order to prevent them withering. So ಅದು ಡ್ರೈ ಆಗದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಲರ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೇ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕೂಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೆಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಟು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ದಿ withering. Immediately after leaf harvesting, leaves are preserved in a suitable container like leaf bins. Here, the humidity must be maintained close to 100% by repeated sprinkling or spraying of water over the gunny or cloth surface of the container, not directly on the leaves. Water should be sprinkled or spraying only on the cloth or gunny surface of the container. If the containers are not available, they should be at least covered with wet cotton cloth or gunny cloth. See, in this slide I am showing both empty mulberry leaf storage bin as well as the mulberry leaf storage bin in use. See, it's a empty bin, this is used bin. Generally there are two methods are used for leaf harvesting. First one is individual leaf harvesting, second one is shootlets harvesting. In both the methods, same type of leaves are selected for feeding the chalky worms. There is no discrimination here. It may be individual leaf harvesting or shootlets harvesting. The number of leaves are same. See, the mulberry leaves should be chopped in order that they are supplied to the silkworms evenly. The size of the chopped leaves is variable according to the form of leaves, that is entire leaves or shootlets. See, in this table I am showing for first, second and third instar. Here, you please follow my cursor, chopped leaves. This is in case of leaf harvesting or leaf plucking method. Here, shootlets harvesting method. For first instar, 6 to 12 millimeter square. That is, in the beginning of the first instar, the leaf size should be 6 square millimeter. It should be increased gradually to 12 square millimeter at the end of fifth instar. Likewise, for second instar, it should be started from 12 square millimeter and it may be extended to 18 square millimeter. For third instar, it should be started with 18 square millimeter and it may be stretched to, it may be extended to 30 square millimeter. Likewise, here also, in case of chopped shootlets, for first instar 12 to 18, for second instar 18 to 24, for third instar 24 square millimeter or entire shootlets may be supplied as a feed. Generally, the size of chopped leaves and chopped shootlets is smaller at the earlier age and pre-molting stage of each instar and large at the voracious age of each stadium. That is nothing but the between peak period of feeding. For example, 0.5 to 1 square centimeter square can be gradually raised from 1.5 to 2 centimeter square by the end of each instar. Also, the leaf size started with 2 square centimeter and increases to 3 to 4 centimeter square by the end of second instar. Regarding the amount and time of feeding, see, regarding the amount of mulberry leaf to be supplied to the silkworms and the times of number of feeds, times of feeding, they are variable according to the rearing temperature, that is atmospheric temperature during rearing, relative humidity, ventilation of the rearing room or rearing house, area of rearing bed, form of mulberry leaves, whether it is chopped or entire leaves or chopped shootlets or entire shootlets. So, depending upon all these important criteria factors, we can decide the amount of mulberry leaf as well as number of feeds. However, in our state, that is Karnataka state, during wet weather, only 3 feeds need to be given at 6 am, 1 pm and 8 pm. But during other seasons, like summer season and winter season, 4 feeds may be found necessary, which may be given at 6 am, 11 am, 3 pm or 8 p.m. in case of chalky worms. The leaf requirement for 100 layings, each laying average number of eggs per laying is 400. And this is the amount of mulberry leaves required depending upon the feeding frequency. In case of first instar, the amount of mulberry leaves is 1 kg 125 grams to 1 kg 350 grams. For second instar, 2 kg 830 into 3 kg 375 grams. For third instar, 13 kg 23 grams to 14 kgs in case of 3 feeding or 4 feeding. The requirement of temperature is 27, 26 degrees centigrade for first, second and third instar respectively. And relative humidity is 90% in case of first instar, again 90% in second instar and 80% in third instar. Next is bed cleaning. Of course, I will stop here. I will continue in the next session. Thank you.